Hey there, Ubisoft. My name is Jeremy Mink, and I am really hoping to get in on this E3 UPlay thing. I am really excited about this. I have never been able to go to E3 before in my life because it's a huge event and it's always been hard to get tickets and it's really, really expensive. And it's one of the most awesome things I have ever heard of in the gaming industry. It's a real exciting place to be, and it's looks like a home for me. Like, I've been to Comic Cons and things before, but never anything as awesome as E3, and I'm really excited for this. Now, one of the huge reasons why I really want to go to E3 is because I'm going to school at Full Sail University for writing for creative writing for entertainment, and I'm really hoping to get in, like, to get some networking in, or at least, learn a lot from other, like, writers in the gaming industry, and, like, learn from, like, even developers, because even though I'm going to school for writing, I really, really want to learn more about game creation as well. And this is one way for me to get in on this. Also, who doesn't want to learn more about the more exciting new things coming out in the next year of gaming? It just it's awesome. Like, there's going to be so many new things every year. There's always something awesome showing up, like a demo that doesn't release for like another 8 months, and like getting to first hands-on experience for these kinds of things, these videos, these like new video games, these new things, like new consoles, devices, and getting to know like how these things are made and the the development that goes behind them. I've always wanted to know this thing, and I like the idea of being an ambassador for UPlay because Ubisoft has been one of my favorite game companies. Like, they've always known, you guys have always known how to just utilize what you have. And like for the Wii, when you came out with Red Steel, like everybody was like, "Oh, it's a Wii game. It's probably gonna suck." Well, it was the first person shooter out there for the Wii, and like it was really fun. And then Red Steel 2 just completely changed the whole game and made it even better. Like, that was awesome. And Assassin's Creed, great story, fun games, like even the Rayman Raving Rabbids thing. Sure, the little mini games, but like they're just awesome. And going as a Uplay ambassador just to like find out more about new Ubisoft games, or just to like just to talk to other people just about games. And I'm not entirely sure what being an Ubisoft ambassador entails, but in my mind, like it's just as awesome as working at Ubisoft. So I'm real excited about hearing about this. And I mean, like I'm probably saying the same thing that a lot of other people are saying, but I still I'm still trying, and I still really want to get in on this. So, man, I am E3 is just an amazing event in itself. There's always amazing like cool gadgets and stuff that they have out there. I've seen like pictures of like they've made like real life Mario Karts, and like live versions of things from like Gears of War and things like that. Like, just like cosplayers out there, and just really cool stuff, like really interesting things. And it's one of those, like, you can do, like, you'll be entertained all day. Like, oh, so I'm man, just E3 just is an amazing event. I know I'm kind of stuttering and jumping around here, but now I'm not entirely sure what you're exactly looking for in an Ubisoft ambassador, but I do really want to like get in on like even not just for the E3 thing, but for like joining an Ubisoft conference and getting backstage meetings with development teams and producers. That's just really awesome for me because I can also learn how these stories were written out. my favorite thing about video games is stories. And that's why I'm going into being a writer. I want to write for video games, not just movies and TV and books. I want to write for video games. And I want to know how this is done, how this is all put together. And I also want to know how you go from just a story to making the game. I want to know how you put these things together. I want to be able to talk to these like development teams and like get to know them and possibly even make a game with them. I want to make I want to and I will eventually, whether without the help of Ubisoft or not, like without your guys' help or not, I will one day make a huge impact on the gaming industry. That is the thing for me. I want to be able to get in on the gaming industry. I want to be able to get in and just make an impact. I want to write amazing stories. Like, even though it's EA, Mass Effect. I don't, like, sure, there was big deal with the ending, but the story was still amazing all the way up until that point. Like, the stories for Mass Effect are amazing. Assassin's Creed, great stories. You can stuff you can really get into, and you like when there's a break between one game and the other, it's driving you nuts. It's blowing your mind. Like, what happens next? What happens next? You know, you get really excited about it, and just these kinds of things. Like, I just really love stories for games. I love games, but I also want to like get to know the people behind these games, like how they got together, how they were able to just like did they just randomly meet? Have they always been a development team? Like what goes on behind the scenes? Like how did they come up with these ideas? Were they just thrown around, or like was something just thrown in there by accident, or like just put in there just for temporarily, but it ended up staying anyway? I want to learn how these things in the games are put together, like how they're meshed. Like I've seen a video where they're talking to the developers of or the main developer of the game Closure for PlayStation 3, and he said there was like a spider web mechanic that they were going to put in there, but it was taken out because it ended up being useless. I want to know, like, was there anything that they did for like other Ubisoft games, like even the Shaun White game? Like I played that; that was fun too. Like was that game, like, was there stuff in that game that they were gonna try to do, but that seemed too much like another game, like Tony Hawk or Skate, or did they uh, have stuff in there that they weren't actually wanting to implement, but ended up being better than they thought it was in the first place? Like, I'm really curious about these things. Like, was Assassin's Creed meant to be like? Was the story meant to be the way it is? Like with certain things in the gameplay, like how do they do that? Also, want to give them a little bit of feedback on what I think about the games too, because I know they've probably heard a lot of feedback about like Assassin's Creed on their own, but I also want to give them like my idea of what like I think should be done, like just a few like glitch corrections, or maybe like what I think that that was lacking, or maybe something that was not a, not as good as it could have been, something new that they put in there just to try it out, and it didn't really work out for everyone else who had played the previous games. You know, I just really want to get on this. I want to have an impact, and like I said, I plan on sometime having an impact, whether I win this or not. I know this is just a contest. So many people are going to enter in it. I understand. But this is something I really want to get in on, and I'm really excited about this. I just want to say thank you for. I just really want to thank you for like just making this possible. Like, if somebody else wins, congratulations to them. I'm glad they were able to get something so awesome. Like, this is a once in a lifetime kind of chance, you know? Like, even if it's some complete stranger, like I would just go up to him, give him like a huge like handshake bro hug thing, you know, be like, dude, congratulations, you just won one of the most awesome experiences, once in a lifetime chances. And I really thank you guys for making that possible for other gamers. Like, I know you want these videos so you can see who exactly is worthy of getting these games, and I know there's probably definitely someone out there who's probably even more into this than I am. I mean, I'm really, really into it. There's always somebody more into it than someone else. But if they make a video like this, I just hope that there's somebody out there who'll be able to make a huge impact in gaming due to this. And I really want to thank you guys for making this possible. So this is my video. This is how I explain everything. thank you for watching the whole thing through. And I hope to hear back from you. I really hope to hear about this. So I'll talk to you guys later, hopefully. Alright, my name's Jeremy Mink, and I hope to win.